Hello, I'm Jerry Kirkpatrick, and I'm teaching the fundamentals of metal shaping. Several months ago, I was walking through a Ace hardware store, and this caught my eye as I was walking down the aisle that had the Dremel tools. It wasn't necessarily the bright red box that caught my eye, but the less than $30 price tag did. The only tool I had that would accept the 1/8" arbors was this old grinding tool that got so hot after using it for a very short while you couldn't even hold it. So there was absolutely no way I could justify buying something like this that I couldn't even use. So immediately I took it to the cash register and bought it. About a week ago, I got a job in welding a cast iron exhaust manifold, and unfortunately the crack that had to be welded up ran right through the O2 sensor port, and I knew I was going to have to grind all of the weld out afterwards so I could re-tap that hole. So what I wanted to use was a regular old air grinder, but it would only accept the 1/4" shanks. So what I decided to do was make one of these. An adapter that would go from the 1/4" on the tool to the 1/8" shank on my new buy. So if you stick around, I'll show you how I made it. So the material that we'll start with is just 5/16 round bar stock, and you'll find out a little bit later why we're using 5/16 instead of just starting with 1/4" material. So the first thing we're going to do is get the collet out of the air tool here. Okay, now that we've got the collet out, we'll take a few measurements. The first one I'm going to take is from the end of the collet to the length of the cuts that are in the collet to allow it to flex. That'll be our first dimension. The next one will be the overall dimension. And none of these dimensions are that critical. This thing is just going to slide in to this collet. And now I'm going to add about 1/8 inch for the overall length. This piece here, this length, will be sticking out just past the end of the collet, so it won't fall all the way in. So let's get to the lathe. Okay, so we've got the piece chucked up in the lathe. The first thing we'll do is put a little dicum on it. Get the measurement of the length of the cut. And then next we'll get the overall length. Now we can start turning. Okay, so there it is, the finished piece. Just for less than an hour's worth of work. You're going to make 2 tools out of one. All you got to do is loosen your 1/4 inch, slide in the adapter, put in your burr with the 1/8 inch shank, and you're done. So for less than an hour's worth of work, you've got 2 tools out of one now. Well, in this video, you saw 2 people, a man and a woman. Both of those pictures were taken at the Shelby American Former Employees reunion in 2009. If you think you know who they are, leave a message down below in the description. If you got some good information from this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.